Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to walk you through how to go from point A to point B, from unwell to wellness. So the word unwell is actually a real word. I have actually Googled this. There is a word called unwellness. And what this means is not actually that you are sick or that you have a disease. It only means that you're not at an optimal state of wellness. So wellness includes a lot of things, and I will be sharing with you a video that gives you the basic foundations of wellness at the end of this, so stay tuned for that. So first I'm going to talk about the steps to go from point A to point B. So point A, this is going to be if you can identify with this woman. This is a basic generalization, of course, of what someone that is unwell would live like. They would eat mostly things like fast food, a lot of fried foods, pastries, processed foods. And they would also spend a lot of their time indoors. And they most likely would have toxic relationships. They are not happy in their job. And they feel like life has no meaning. And all of these things, you can kind of tell that they cover the body, mind, and the soul. The body's not healthy, the mind's not healthy, the soul's not healthy. So I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to get from this point to point B, which is wellness. So step one is to learn who you are. Learning who you are is so crucial, and how do we do this? Through self-introspection, such as journaling, getting to know who you are. And this is so crucial because without knowing ourselves truly, we have no way of being able to create the lifestyle that would be perfect for us. The second step is to design your lifestyle based on your passion, goals, and values. So when you do that journaling, that's how you discover your passion, goals, and values. Of course, there's a lot of ways. Journaling is just one, but I do think that's the best way to discover your passions and what's important to you in life. And so once you have those, you can design your lifestyle that is based on those. So it's like the foundations of your life. You need those in order to create the lifestyle. So then the third step is to break down your plan into smaller action steps. This is a crucial step in this process. And this is the purpose for this is because when we see a giant goal, like here's my goal is to lose 50 pounds. That's not a good goal to start with. I mean, it's how you start, of course, but it's not the type of goal that you want to put up on your wall and, like a vision board and say, this is my goal. You need to break it down into smaller action steps. And action steps is the key because that is how goals come to fruition, by taking action. And we, as humans, get overwhelmed when we feel like something is too much and we don't know exactly how to make it happen. So that is why breaking down into smaller action steps is very crucial to this process. And how you can do that is through using a planner. And I will get more into that later. The next step in this process is to track your progress to keep up your motivation. So tracking your progress comes along with using a planner because they usually have tracker pages in them, or at least you can buy tracker pages. So why are these important? Tracker pages are important not only to keep up your motivation, but to give you the sense of that you're powerful. It's empowering to see exactly what you're doing. It's, like this kind of goes back to what I just said about having too big of a goal. You feel small compared to your goal. But when you break it down into smaller action steps, you can feel more empowered. And when you track your progress, when you can actually look at a piece of paper that has the chart of you know, you're going to put a little check mark or fill in the box for that day, for that step that you took. That's going to make you feel so much more empowered, and you're going to feel in control of your goal. You're not going to feel like, oh, this is too overwhelming, I can't do it. This is going to help you to feel more empowered. And then the last step is to celebrate small wins and continue to learn, continue to grow. We're always improving as humans, and so it's very important to celebrate the small wins, which would be every single smaller action step. So let's take this into a real life example for you. So let's say your goal is to lose 50 pounds. Let's say your first small action step was to go for a walk for 10 minutes after breakfast. That's a very specific goal. It's very achievable. And when you track it and you put the check mark there, you feel like you won, and you can give yourself a reward for that. And so let's say that you do get to the point where you lose 50 pounds, then you can have an even better reward for yourself. But it's important to remember to continue, to keep pushing. Not to the point where you're going to hit burnout or anything like that. That's not what I mean by pushing, but always growing, always improving. So what would be the next thing you could do? I mean, of course, you want to relax and enjoy that you lost all the weight, but you don't want to get stagnant. You don't want to say, I'm done now, now I can be lazy and eat whatever I want. It's not quite that easy. So the next thing that we would want to do is to make sure that we continue with our improvement, which would be maybe creating another goal, maybe adding on another 5 pounds to that. It's up to you completely. So now we are at our point B, which is hopefully, if depending on what your goals are, you might have the goal to eat more healthy organic produce. This is basically what the picture of someone who has gotten to point B can look like in any of these ways. You know, being more active, having positive relationships, living your life purpose, spending lots of time in nature. These are goals that will be proof that you have made it to wellness. Now, you don't need to achieve all of these goals, of course. These are just examples of some ways that your life can look like if you are trying to achieve wellness. So I had mentioned a video. This is that video where you can learn all of the basic foundations of wellness. This is a great video to watch next, so be sure to do that and also subscribe so you don't miss anything else. And thank you so much for watching.